Elizabeth.
Oof, big night tonight. You've been on a journey to get to this stage and join the WNBA sisterhood. Who is a player that, if you could choose, you would want to play with this summer?
Oh. Look, Caitlin Clark changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hooping my entire life, and all of a sudden, I have friends texting me last season to see if I caught the latest Fever game. The expectations were so high.
Mm-hmm.
Arenas selling out everywhere she went.
Mm-hmm.
As a rookie coming into this league, that's the impact I want to make.
She is a star in this league, and the game is better for having her in it. Have you thought about what you're going to say when that interaction happens?
Wow. I wish that I could sit here and tell you that I'd be a poised young lady. But she actually came and gave a talk at my school one year, and to be really honest with you, I can't tell you a word she said. I just couldn't hear her over the sounds of my internal screams. Just like one big loud scream, just on a loop the entire time. So yeah, I'm not super optimistic about keeping my cool. But I would love to ask for a jersey or a signature or something, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Thank you.
On another note, the league is at a fascinating growth point right now, with viewership skyrocketing. How much of the WNBA did you watch growing up? And does the history of the game inform at all where you want to land?
I'll be real. It was hard growing up and staying locked in. And I feel like that has been such a cool part of becoming a W fan these last 5 years or so. Mm-hmm. We can all watch these games on TV now. Mm-hmm. Look up the highlights online. We can even play as ourselves on 2K. Everything is just so available now in a way that it wasn't when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And I know that I'm going to be a part of continuing to grow this game, and it's just such an honor.
The spotlight has definitely been on women's sports these last years. How much do you think that on-court rivalries play a factor in the growth of the league? And do you think that these storylines are good for the game?
Oh, I love the way that stories are being told right now. And I think that has fueled those rivalries that you're talking about. Look at Angel and Caitlin. They faced off in the national championship in college, and their fans have followed them to the WNBA. Every matchup between those two is must-see TV. And the Fever and Sky have two of the hottest tickets in the sport right now. And when the Aces and Liberty assembled all that star power a couple years back, every matchup between them was called the Battle of the Super Teams, just pulling in huge ratings, huge numbers. And my grandma wouldn't be able to follow anything that was happening on the court. But I'll tell you, she knows all the tea. She definitely knows all the tea. And I think all these rivalries are just another entry point for the fans.
Yeah, totally agree there. Unfortunately, you just missed sharing the court with the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, who played in the league from 2004 to 2024. She brought a ton of that spice you were talking about for so long. Now, what part of her legacy speaks to you the most?
DT is a 3-time WNBA champion, a 3-time NCAA champion, 6 golds with Team USA. I mean, so much of legacy is beyond your individual stats, but what you accomplished as a team. And her success is undeniable. She is synonymous with winning and forever will be. Honestly, how could you wish for anything more than that?
True. For the fans who might not know you yet, what do they need to know, either on or off the court?
Every moment we're between those lines, I'm a professional. I'm here to listen to my coaches, listen to my vets. I know I'm just one piece of the puzzle. And, I've worked my butt off to get to this point, and I know that I have the talent to succeed at this level. And wherever I land, those fans will be proud to have me repping them and their city.
That's right. Okay, so I want to shift gears quickly for a couple of rapid-fire questions so new fans can get to know you. First, when it comes to a city, do you prefer a bigger metropolis vibe or a smaller, more intimate one?
Oh, for as long as I can remember, I have wanted to be on the biggest stage possible. And in my mind, that extends beyond the arena. I want a crowd everywhere I walk, team billboards up all over, restaurants open late so I can snag a bite after game night wraps up. I love the hum of a big city. I love it. The pulse of the people. I feed off of that energy. So, big city.
Let's keep this one easy. Favorite color?
Oh, blue. Blue soothes me like nothing else. My favorite sweater in the world is this warm blue color. And as soon as I slip it on, I feel like I'm just being enveloped by this big hug. And honestly, when I close my eyes and I think of that color, I can take a deep breath and feel calm. And honestly, don't tell anyone, but that's my secret trick at the free throw line. Don't tell anyone, though.
Okay. How about this? On a day when you've got nothing scheduled and you can just relax on the couch, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Oh. Tacos. Zero hesitation. Final answer. They're honestly the perfect vehicle for protein. You can just mix and match depending on the vibe of the day. Any meal of the day, you can eat on the go. Super versatile.
True.
Kind of like I am on the court. Trying and failing to keep it professional up here.
Okay, I'm definitely not trying to get you in trouble. Okay, let's bring it on back to basketball. Let me ask you, does it matter to you where you're selected in the draft order?
Yes and no. How is that for an answer? Look, this is the toughest professional league in the world when it comes to cracking a roster, and it just keeps getting harder and harder the further you are along in the draft order. And there was that documentary, the 144, 2 years back, and I know we're up to 156 for the Valkyries, but still. That being said, if you presented me with the option between a high draft number and a strong fit within an organization where I can really, see my game blossom while I adjust to the pro level, I would take that second option every time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Chicago Sky as they play against the Indiana Fever. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And you can't understate the importance of this game. Both teams with a shot at advancing.
That's what makes it so interesting. I love the addition of this tourney, and the players seem to like it as well.
Here we go. Tip-off goes to Indiana. Now here's Clark. Vandersloot defending. Boston outside. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Chicago with the rebound. Vandersloot outside. Pass to Banham. Cardoso. Atkins up top. Guarded by Howard. Now here's Vandersloot. Not a lot of room. Here's Cardoso. Soft touch off the glass.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Now here's Mitchell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
You'll see her hit from very deep, but she isn't a one-trick pony. Mitchell has the skills plus toughness to score inside, too.
For this Chicago team, they've built the roster inside out.
Well, that 2024 draft nets them Angel Reese and the 6'7" Camila Cardoso. With their version of the Twin Towers, they've got a great foundation for years to come.
Boss, good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
Well, part of what makes Boston so good, you can run offense through her. Aaliyah is a quality passer, good decision maker.
Now here's Vandersloot. She's covered by Clark. Now Vandersloot. Pass to Atkins. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. And count it. The shot is good, and she'll go to the line.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding, effort.
And that one misses. Well, it was quite the arrival to the WNBA for Angel Reese, already a top rebounder.
So rare to have a rookie lead the league in a major category like rebounding, but Reese did. Her offensive rebounding is especially key. Angel creates so many second chance opportunities.
A volume three-point shooter. Mitchell can hurt you from beyond the arc, especially from the corner.
Pass to Reese. Outside Atkins. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Boston.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. I'm a defender near her.
Cunningham with the bucket.
Well, defensively, you have to run Cunningham off the catch and shoot. That is her specialty.
Chicago trailing here. Vandersloot outside. Here's Banham. Looking for a first basket still in this one. And that one's good. Atkins.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Turning into a three-point contest.
Shot by Mitchell, no good. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Vandersloot. Banham. Ariel Atkins on the wing. Picked by Reese. From deep, Ariel Atkins. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
With an unwavering work ethic, Atkins has just about mastered the 3 ball.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for three. Nailed from three-point land.
Shots are falling. She's having a strong quarter.
Chicago with the ball. It's a three-point game. Out to the wing. And here's Banham. Ariel Atkins has the open look. Pass to Cardoso. They shoot again. To the wing on the left. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. That one falls. A great assist by Angel Reese. Mitchell outside. Pass to Boston. Cunningham up top. Top of the key jumper, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Fever ahead, up by 1. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And changes for Chicago. Here's Mitchell. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Inside, here's Boss. So she gets the whistle, contact on the way up, 2 shots, necked.
And a return to the playoffs for the Fever in 2024. It was a huge step forward for the team.
For sure, snapping a 7-year hiatus. And what's incredible is before that, the Fever went to 12 straight postseasons from 2005 to 2016. So this is an organization that is used to winning.
That one's off.
In the offseason, the Fever were aggressive in pursuing veterans.
Well, the Fever, they like their core, and they want to win now. They've signed a bunch of veterans, including Sophie Cunningham, and this is a team that wants to win now. They're sick of losing in Indiana.
Now here's Vandersloot. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ariel Atkins on the wing. Fires from deep.
Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss.
Clark outside. Screen by Howard. And Caitlin Clark hits from deep. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Fever on top, leading by 17. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going and what has been a runaway of a game so far. You look at Mitchell in this game, she's been everywhere.
She is such a dynamic scorer. That much we know. And her talent really was on full display in the first half.
Yeah, look, there's no way around it. She's a hard player to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for her, and there might not be one.
And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen.
Outside, Reese.
Here's Cardoso. That 3 off the mark. Here's the Fever with the ball. Pass to Boston. Back to Mitchell.
Well, the most important part of the Commissioner's Cup, the fact that every team selects a charity that they're playing for.
Each great organization gets a donation. The winning team's charity gets an extra bonus. But really, most importantly, all the charities get some much-deserved recognition, publicity, and some love.
Now here's Vandersloot.
Screen by Cardoso.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside.
Wow, it is a huge day on the glass for a player who's, you know what, they're giving up a lot of size to bigger players out there. Very impressive. They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense, because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
Pass to Boss. Fires from 18. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
You know, you look at the stats, the assist totals, they just jump out at you. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been key.
It's just a different mindset these teams have had.
Hey, that couldn't be more obvious. Caitlin Clark has had an incredible impact on the Fever.
Well, just look at the individual numbers. Led the league in assists, second in minutes played, and the team impact during her rookie year, they ended an 8-year playoff drought.
Now here's Boss. He has 5. Caitlin Clark outside.
Camila Cardoso gets the board.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Pass to Banham.
Now Reese.
Puts up a 3, and it's Ariel Atkins with the trade.
And I think Atkins is the type of player that is equally effective on or off the ball.
Mitchell outside. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
stolen by Cardoso.
Fast break Chicago. And Aaliyah Boston with the block.
Well, Boston has great length that we don't see too often in the W. She definitely knows how to put it to work.
Pass to Atkins. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It goes on Natasha Howard.
In each of her first 5 years in the league, Ariel Atkins was voted all defense.
Yeah, she made the U.S. gold medal winning team for the Tokyo Games on the strength of her defense. Always in great condition. Atkins never runs out of energy chasing around those guards.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, Ariel Atkins can do a lot for her team offensively, but she is also a very talented defender. She does a great job forcing turnovers and putting pressure on opposing shooters.
Now here's Clark. 11 points in the game. Pass to Boss. Here's Boston. 5 to shoot from outside the arc.
It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Well, that's one thing they're doing extremely well, corralling those rebounds.
Yeah, but, not a whole lot else going right for them, though.
Here's Banham. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Clark with it. Outside Cunningham. To stop the drought. Drills it from outside.
Providing spacing with her shooting. Cunningham down the 3.
Here's Ramsey. 8 points for her. Here's Banham. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Now here's Cunningham.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3.
She's been their best rebounder today, no doubt.
Well, the numbers back that up, too. I mean, she brought her lunch pail with her today, and she has gone to work.
Man, they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
Pass to Cunningham.
Indiana again missing. And here's Williams.
He's guarded by Boston.
Here's Kia Nurse from the arc. And once again off the mark by Chicago. A floater. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Natasha Howard. That's her 3rd foul of the game.
I just love watching it from over here. That's the way you play defense. Anticipated the hop step, beat her to the spot, and got the charge call.
Vandersloot outside.
Cardoso.
Boss defending. And the basket by Cardoso.
Well, she's been a bright spot in what has otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. When you look at the different rosters around the league, the average age is starting to feel younger.
Yeah, and with the salary cap and how it's set up, you need players on those rookie scale deals. So teams might hold on to a younger player versus go with the vet.
No doubt. It's how you get the numbers to work. Teams go young to try to find gems as well and see how they can develop stars.
Now here's Cardoso. And stolen by Boston.
Pass to Clark. Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Caitlin Clark with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Banham.
Cardoso.
From deep, Ariel Atkins.
It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
Mitchell outside. Boss. Atkins grabs the board.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Here's Banham. Yep, count it. Now Clark. Boston right side. Clark. Pass to Mitchell. Fires for three. Chicago with the rebound. Now here's Vandersloot. From deep, Ariel Atkins. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the left wing. Howard. Pass to Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
Everyone knows that Kelsey Mitchell can score, so the question is, defensively, how do you slow her down? Well, tonight, they've really had no answers.
And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. The outcome of this one was never in doubt.
They were really putting out a supreme effort, and it felt like once they had this significant lead, they were not going to let it go.
And that'll wrap it up.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hey, when the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever match up, it is one of the hottest tickets in sports. What does it feel like to be part of this growing rivalry?
Oh, it's so cool. These are franchises that have so much history, but you can see just how much one player can impact a team and bring in a whole new generation of fans like Angel and Caitlin have. And as a rookie in this league, I'm in awe of their influence. And it's only grown with each game. Seeing the love at home, on the road, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yep.
Yes. Despite being so early in their pro career, both players have had an overwhelming influence on this league. What's something about one of them that do you want to emulate as you grow your footprint in the W?
There is nothing on the court that Caitlin can't do. And it's evident in the way that she carries herself. No shot is too far, no passing window is too small. And that's because she believes in her talent, sure, but also because of, the hours and hours of work that she puts in. And I think off the court, that self-confidence is something Caitlin doesn't always get enough credit for. She's witty, she's self-assured, she's knowledgeable. And if I can get to a place where I can carry myself both on and off the court with that level of conviction, I'm going to take my game to even higher heights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Dream going up against the Indiana Fever. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. Tonight's game also counts in the Commissioner's Cup, the first home and away regular season game against teams in your conference go towards the Cup standings.
Yes, so 10 total games, and the team with the best record in each conference, the East and the West, they're going to meet in the final with a lot of prize money at stake.
And a look now at the Atlanta Dream upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they go back home and they're hosting the Indiana Fever. And then on Saturday, and the Dallas Wings will come into town.
And for that matchup with the Sparks, it's one I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest of the season for them in a game. They should have a lot of great matchups.
It'll be the Dream off the tip. Inside, here's Griner.
Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss. Well, no one has blocked shots like Brittany Griner, a one-of-a-kind defender.
I mean, she led the league in block shots in each of her first 8 years in the W. And it's about more than just her length. Griner just reads the game so well, is such a high IQ player.
Now here's Howard. Cans it from downtown.
Well, Howard is a big-time scorer, so you just knew she wanted those 3 points back.
Pass to Howard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Now here's Canada. And here's Howard. Puts up a 3. That shot off. The 3 from Natasha Howard. She can't hit that time. Atlanta with the ball. Here's Howard. Here's Griner. Boss pulls it in.
And now they're 1 for 5 to start this game, having trouble getting it going.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The plan worked perfectly that possession. Get it inside, get the high percentage shot.
Gray outside. On the wing, Ryan Howard. The pick by Jones. For 3, Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard with another miss.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Boston with it. Working on Jones. Jacks up a 3. And it's Natasha Howard with the triple.
Well, that's the decisiveness you need to have on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Howard doesn't really second-guess her shot attempts.
Now here is Canada. Outside Howard. That doesn't go either for Ryan Howard.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Boston outside. Pass to Clark. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta.
Looking back at the Dream last year, they struggled scoring the ball.
Yeah, they finished last in the league in scoring. Big reason why? Well, they only shot it 30% from deep, the second worst in the W.
Now here is Canada. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep.
Excellent defense from Caitlin Clark.
The Fever with the lead. Mitchell outside. Fires the 3. And she's good on the 3 ball.
And Mitchell's ability to space the floor is so valuable to this offense.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
And Gray gets it to go.
3's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a 3.
Now here's Howard. Here's Mitchell. That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
And their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They're getting great looks, and they're capitalizing. You know, they have to be pleased with this start offensively.
And Gray gets it to go.
Connecting from way back there. Gray on the money.
Pass to Boss. Griner with the rebound. And they can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move here.
Now here's Howard. On the wing, Alicia Gray. Griner with the screen. And Atlanta, another bucket.
A valuable offensive talent. Griner's agile, and really the whole league knows it.
Here's Boss. Green with the rebound. Here's Canada. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Fires from deep. The shot off that time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Fever ahead. They're up by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action. And we got a... Teams will make substitutions. Atlanta trailing here. Pass to Howard. And here's Griner. Screen by Griner. From deep, Alicia Gray. No good.
Well, after hitting those 2-3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
Now here's Gray. She's got 10. Back to Canada. Pass to Howard. From deep three-point range, Natasha Howard with the rebound. Out to the wing. Boston sets a screen. Caitlin Clark with the three. No good there. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Fever ahead, leading by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. You look at Gray, I mean, she's been playing really, really well.
She is such a dynamic scorer. That much we know. And her talent really was on full display in the first half.
Yeah, look, there's no way around it. She's a hard player to keep down. And so far, they haven't found the answer for her. And there might not be one.
The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first 2 quarters. Mitchell outside. And this is not just another regular season game. It doubles as a Commissioner's Cup contest as well.
Yeah, a second trophy to win during the WNBA season. I like it. It adds a little extra excitement to the WNBA regular season.
Pass to Howard. No good. That would have tied it. Stolen by Jones. Back to Canada. Here's Griner. Screen by Griner. From deep, Alicia Gray. Howard with the rebound. Boston outside. Pass to Mitchell. From the arc. Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
A volume three-point shooter. Mitchell can hurt you from beyond the arc, especially from the corner.
Now here's Howard. Back to Canada. Griner with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the corner. And she gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, Griner prefers to score her points, around the rim, but she's versatile, and she can step out and hit shots like that.
Shot by Mitchell, no good.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
You know, it's rare to see players stick in the same place, especially in this era. So it's special seeing Kelsey Mitchell on the Fever.
Well, she went second overall to Indiana back in 2018, and listen, there wasn't much winning for Mitchell her first 6 years in Indianapolis, but she never complained, and the Fever have turned things around.
Now here's Boss. Pass to Mitchell. Clark outside. And here's Boss. Boston. Gray defending. And the shot goes in.
Nice touch by Boston, controlling her power.
And here the Dream. 6-point game. Here's Jones. Picked by Jones. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc.
She's gone cold, and I'm not sure she's their best option offensively as they look to cut this deficit.
Pass to Mitchell. The tray knocks down the 3-ball.
This is the pure shooting ability of Mitchell at work. Allows her to score right off the pass.
And the dream call time here.
Well, it's hard to stay healthy, and Aaliyah Boston's done a great job of being available.
Well, she didn't miss a game during her first 2 years in the league, which is pretty incredible, playing more than 30 minutes per contest. But Boston doesn't just show up. She plays hard.
Here's Hillman. Boss defending. That one good for 2.
I'll bet her percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Fever leading. Boston outside. Pass to Cunningham for 3. It's good from long range.
These defenders better start closing down their shooters.
Yeah, that's 2 straight from long range.
Gray outside. The shot is good on the assist by Pow Pow.
Yes, Gray wanting to respond. We've seen her shoot it from 30% for a season from deep.
Pass to Mitchell. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Her efficient scoring. A nice lift to their offense tonight.
Gray outside. And here's Pow Pow. Jones. Five on the clock. Gray outside. Hillman. No good on the triple. Boston outside. Outside Cunningham. Pass to Boss. To the paint. Clark. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. The rebound by Hillman. Gray outside to the inside. Here's Jones. Oh, and she just knocked down the buzzer beater. Wow.
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose a possession.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. The Fever on top. They lead by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. The fourth quarter just... And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here. Canada. Gray outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's done loads of damage from long range today, guys, and there's another big one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range.
Now here's Boston. Pass to Howard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Not her best game, but they're getting it done collectively.
Howard gets the bucket.
Few players make interior scoring look as effortless as Ryan Howard does. She has got just such a fluid offensive game.
Here's Howard. Back to Clark. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Pass to Gray. Down low. Nice D from Aaliyah Boston.
Credit the D there. got in her face, got her hands up, made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her, didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort.
Howard gets the bucket.
Absolutely fearless offensively. Howard knows her team is counting on her, so she gets it done.
Mitchell outside. Again, the miss by the Fever. Atlanta leading. Pass to Howard. From deep. The shot that time not on target. And they're struggling to keep up.
We'll see if they can turn things around on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And you're the dream. Now Griner. Three-pointer. And Howard, good for three.
What a big shot from Ryan Howard. She might not be the most experienced player, but she can certainly dig deep.
Three from Kelsey Mitchell. Griner with the rebound.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
And so here's Atlanta. Outside Howard. Pass to Griner. No one near her. And again, the dream score.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
Now Boss. She's guarded by Griner. Here's Boss. And that shot falls short that time. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunching.
It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And on tap tonight, it's the Indiana Fever going up against the Atlanta Dream. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefatemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride.
Well, we're just a little bit into the season, but we're getting a good sense of who the standout teams are.
That could change, though. I mean, a lot can happen between now and the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the ups and downs are hard to predict. No question. It could be injuries. It could be trades. There are no sure things this early in the season.
Here we go. It'll be the Dream off the tip. Now Canada. Pass to Jones. Back to Canada. Now here's Gray. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. A basket good off the assist from Alicia Gray.
I mean, that's just too easy for Howard. Is the defense going to rush her off the three-point line, or is she going to make these all night long?
Now here's Mitchell. Outside Howard. There's the three. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
When the Fever won the 2024 draft lottery, I think everyone in the world knew who they were going to take, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's already had a massive impact on the Fever and the league. On the floor, Clark's passing and limitless range are just tremendous weapons offensively. And then off the floor, I mean, I think the Fever might be the hottest ticket around the W.
Pass to Jones. Gray tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Now here's Boston. Guarded by Canada. Howard gets the bucket.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points, they add up in a hurry when you give them looks from deep.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Howard. On the wing, Alicia Gray. The Dream again can't hit.
Well, she wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Outside Howard. Clark to the inside. Here's Boston. Hits the jump hook.
Red hot out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Gray. Jones outside. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Boston. The Fever with the lead. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. Yes, great play by Aaliyah Boston to set it up.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Now here's Gray. From outside, off the mark.
And the 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston, is a treat to watch.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot of fun. Personally, I love her passing, ability to run offense through the post. Boston is such an unselfish player, team first. Traits that we don't normally associate with first overall picks like her.
Now here is Canada. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Reiner with the screen. The three, Ryan Howard. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Boston outside. Pass to Clark. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Indiana.
Now they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Offensive board. Reiner's shot is good.
Well, with the wingspan of over 7 feet and 3 inches, Reiner's got mad length. And she really knows how to use it.
And it's Boss missing. The Dream on offense. Down by 15. From deep, Alicia Gray drains the three-pointer.
Connecting from way back there. Gray on the money.
Indiana with the ball. Pass to Clark. Soft touch off the glass.
They wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're locked in right now, really making the most out of their possessions.
I love the game plan from this coach early.
Now here's Howard. From outside the arc. And the dream, another three.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Caitlin Clark outside. Good on the three-point shot.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting.
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
The first quarter concludes and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Fever ahead, leading by 14. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And teams deciding to change it up. Indiana trailing. Boston outside. Mitchell, pass to Clark. From downtown, that one, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after burying those two first quarter.
And here's Gray. Stolen by Kelsey Mitchell.
Ooh, I can feel it. Can you guys feel it? The energy in here for this Atlanta crowd. Man, they're ready to cheer on their dream.
Well, the bottom line is these teams love to go at each other, the fans. Also, super hyped up. It is a matchup that gets everyone going.
And so for Indiana, they dropped their first meeting, but they have 3 games left against the Dream.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Dream up by 1. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. And it's been a back-and-forth game with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter getting started here.
Nice game. Heck of a performance by Pau Pau.
What I noticed more than anything about her first half offense was she didn't waste her opportunity. She made just about every good look she had.
And they were pretty much all good looks. I mean, her shot selection has been phenomenal throughout the game.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. Pass to Boss. Clark outside. Now here's Mitchell. Clock at 6. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Well, watching the 2024 playoffs, you felt so good for Kelsey Mitchell.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's someone who had never been close to the postseason and then makes her first trip in her 7th year. And she showed out, dropping 21 in her playoff debut.
Pass to Boss. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. She's got 12. And no good. Atlanta in the lead. Canada. She's guarded by Boston. Here's Gray. Now Howard. Gray outside. Over Mitchell. Gray, no good.
Well, they're in the lead, but she's still been frustrated offensively.
Pass to Clark. Over Gray. Indiana again missing.
Boy, coming out of halftime slow, 0 for 3.
To the paint. Now Howard. Boss defending. Gray outside. Back to Howard for 3. Make it 5 for 10 for her with that bucket.
Well, when you look at all the different ways that Howard can score from all 3 levels, you just imagine that there's going to be many, many nights like this from her.
Pass to Boss. Now Boston. Takes the 3. Clark can't hit.
Adona, a 0 so far to start the second half. 4 straight misses.
Now Canada. Back to Gray. Jones. Picked by Jones. Here's Howard. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
But he got away with a major lapse there.
And for this Atlanta team, it's been a long time since they've won a playoff series.
More than a decade at this point. 2013 was their last series win. 2018, their last year, over 500. So Green fans are hungry for a winner.
Caitlin Clark outside. Another miss there by Caitlin Clark.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Outside Howard. Basket is good. The assist from Alicia Gray.
That's a dozen straight points coming off of threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, non-existent.
Mitchell, shot's good.
Well, a consistent three-point shooter like Mitchell always has an answer. She goes right to the line and strikes back.
And the dream call time here.
And so much talk about Caitlin Clark. What makes her a great player, fellas?
Well, there's so much, right? I mean, she's got Steph Curry range, incredible handle, passes it like CP3, and isn't afraid to make the highlight reel play.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, the Fever. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
In the paint, Griner simply unstoppable. She's so tall at 6'9", but she also has lovely touch.
The three from Kelsey Mitchell, and another three for Indiana.
She got loose from three-point range in the first half and showing signs here in the second.
Gray outside. Howard up top. Pass to Griner. 5 on the clock. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Boss. She's guarded by Griner. Here's Boston. And the basket is good.
Oh, man. Boston is a tough customer inside. Nice shot.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Howard with the ball. 18 points for her. Inside. Griner, shot's good.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Dream. They lead by 3. Okay, fourth. Both teams changing it up here. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Canada. Back to Gray. Jones. For 3, Ryan Howard. They get the rebound. Here's Griner. Yep, that goes.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Indiana trailing. Pass to Boston. And here's Boss. Mitchell, Gray defending. The shot by Howard, no good. And so here's Atlanta. Here's Canada. Now here's Howard. Griner inside. Boss defending. Back to Griner. And Aaliyah Boston with the block.
Well, Boston has great length that we don't see too often in the W. She definitely knows how to put it to work.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Back to Gray. Griner with the screen. Howard. Offensive rebound. Gray outside. He shoots again. The kick out to Canada. Pass to Gray. Here's Howard. The tray. Gets it to go from downtown.
absolutely fearless offensively. Howard knows her team is counting on her, so she gets it done.
On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Gray defending. Caitlin Clark with the three. And the three ball is good.
Awesome back and forth action. The crowd going crazy. One moment for a three on one side of the floor, then boom! They come right back to bury a triple and get those points back.
This is pure intensity, guys. A perimeter bomb fest right now.
To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 6. Griner with the screen. The three, Jordan Canada. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss. Right side, Howard. Caitlin Clark outside. It's rebounded by Atlanta. And here's Gray. It's good!
What a big shot from Ryan Howard. She might not be the most experienced player, but she can certainly dig deep.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
And then a steal or foul to stop the clock. And that's some big-time stuff from Kelsey Mitchell. You know she loves being the one at the end, taking those huge shots.
And they foul intentionally, and they're going to have to do it again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know, they had to foul to stop that clock. That's really the enemy in this situation.
Yeah, and who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range.
Maybe knocked down a three or two. Who knows?
And that hurts as she doesn't get the first one to fall. Really trying to focus now on the second. And she's able to hit the second one. And that will put them up 2. Outside. Boston sets a screen to take the lead. Oh, count it!
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Alicia Gray, she's open. It's off. And so it's the Fever who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's a wrap, everyone.